What's happening, people? It's Phil Free in here. I have to kick off with a story. I was thinking about whether to talk about it or not, but I'm going to have to. It's the CSGO gambling stuff. There's a load of YouTubers that have been coming out recently. There's a couple in particular. There's Trevor T. Martin and Tom Syndicate, or Tom Castle. They both put videos out on a betting site on CSGO skins, and it's only been revealed recently that they own the site, so they could have rigged the videos in a way to encourage children to gamble on there. It's kind of like underhanded, and I think it's illegal, so there may be some trouble ahead for these guys. Also, Syndicate just come out with a video saying that he put 2 videos out rigged. He doesn't own the site, but I think he got given like a skin that was worth £1,000 and something else worth some money. But he has brought a video out to say, you know, I watched the videos, and in his videos you kind of feel like he feels uncomfortable doing it. Like, you know, deep down I think he realizes it's wrong, but it's £1,000, you know. So I guess it was difficult to kind of resist the temptation of the money. But then you've got like tons of kids and fans that look up to you and take your opinion as like, you know, gold. So you kind of destroy your integrity. Well, especially these two that own the site, you know, they're coming out now saying, oh well, we did say, or we didn't say, and they didn't say, you know, they didn't even disclose that they were getting paid from the site, let alone owning it. And that's like illegal, not disclosing if you've got sponsorship in your video. So if some products, you know, giving you some money, so you could say, you know, this video is brought to you by such and such company, or, you know, thanks to this company or given this. You just need to disclose where you're getting money from, because otherwise it's like you're kind of underhandedly promoting a product. And if you say, oh well, I would use this, but you would never use it, then it's going to destroy your kind of fan base in the future anyway, because they're not going to believe what you're saying, you know, in the future if you promote stuff that isn't legit. So yeah, it's the non-disclosure stuff that's kind of illegal, but it's the betting stuff that's kind of shady, because most countries have laws like 18 or 21 years old before you can gamble, and gambling destroys lives. It's one of the worst addictions, I think, because, you know, drug addictions, you can only take a certain amount of drugs per day. So like, you have a cap on what you can spend per day. So if you're a heroin addict, you might be able to spend, say if you're a really heavy user, I don't know how much it costs or whatever, but it's just theory, you can spend say £100 a day, and then 7 days a week be £700 a week. And that's the extent of your addiction. With gambling, you can spend £1,000 a day, £2,000, you know, 3, 4, 5. People get in serious amounts of financial trouble by gambling, in a worse way than I think drugs. Even though it's not affecting your health, your stress levels will be really high, and your finances will just be a mess. And nobody ever wins at gambling. Like, people used to do these coin machines and used to say, oh, you know, it's got 89% payout, or it's got 85% payout, and they say that like it's a good thing. And I used to turn around and say, you know, that means every like pound you put in, only 85p is going to come back out. But they took it that was going to, you know, meant they're going to get big payouts. I don't know, you don't really think rationally when you're thinking about gambling, because you're starting to let your emotions get in the way of logic and, you know, sound financial decisions based on, you know, actual probabilities or whatever. Anyway, like I say, it's all been exposed now. People have been, you know, I think there's a few more people that are going to come out. Me personally, I used to see these videos, like I've watched gaming videos of all these guys, and I used to see these skin videos where they'd like bet on skins or good case openings or whatever they are. And I used to think, why the hell are they making this, for one? And I don't even care about this. Like, I never used to watch them. Maybe it's just because I don't care about skins. You know, in CSGO, I'd rather just go shoot some people, have some fun. I don't really care what skins I get, and if other people got skins, then pick up their gun in the game and see the skin. But it's not something I'd want to spend more money on. I already bought the game, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want to buy skins and stuff, so I didn't really get the whole hype. But now I kind of see why they were doing it. You know, there was a lot more kind of money to be made on the back side, on the back end of it. So yeah, but obviously I didn't even know that because they didn't disclose it in the video. So I just thought they were doing it because they found it fun or something. And it was all about gambling, you know, that to show the emotions of getting excited about a win. But the thing is, if it was rigged, they were showing these kids, oh look, you could win this, when the kids had no chance of winning that. You know, they were definitely going to fail. I don't know, it's a shady old business. But moving on, see, these parents are being outraged about finding out that these Hooters girl not only just posed with their kids at this Cub Scout camp, but they actually sponsored the Cub Scout camp. And yeah, the parents were mad. It's like Hooters sponsoring a Cub Scout camp. Obviously, this is Colorado. You know, Colorado does some crazy cool things. But yeah, there's 7-year-olds and round about like 6-year-olds. Yeah, so I can kind of see why they were annoyed about it. You know, it seems like they're kind of getting the kids introduced into Hooters at a young age. But they're going to find out about it. It's like a massive brand. You know, it's global recognition. It's featured in South Park. They probably already know about it from South Park. From my opinion, I think there's much worse things that could be happening at camp rather than having Hooter girls around. Also, the single guys out there, Daisy Lee's split up with her boyfriend now. So if you go and follow her Instagram, you never know. You might get lucky. Probably fairly high maintenance, I would say, just looking at these photos. Maybe not, but just first impressions and all that. But yeah, I'll link her Instagram and all the stories below anyway, just in case you want to check out for like science reasons or whatever. And Blizzard's up the ante against the Overwatch cheats. They're filing a lawsuit. So on top of the lifetime bans, they're actually starting to prosecute, like take a legal action against these people. Yeah, I don't know how much it's going to stand up in court or whatever, but I don't know, it'd be worth seeing. I know like all games, like all online games where you're playing with role players and stuff are going to have problems. There's always ways to get cheats injected or things in the games that you can exploit. It's a difficult thing. It's just a cat and mouse game that just needs to continue. So like they just need to be looking at updates really. That's the only way around these sort of things. What other games do is just, you know, try to get the bots and figure out how they're using and what scripts they're using and stuff, and then find ways of disabling that. This next thing's kind of cool. There's going to be self-driving robots. They're going to start delivering packages in the UK, Germany and Switzerland. They're like these cool little kind of go-kart things. About the size of like a small dustbin. They're going to be driving around on the pavements, just delivering parcels at walking speed. Like some guy was saying about these questions, like, you know, how does it defend itself against dogs? But I guess dogs are quite used to cars and stuff, so maybe they'll be, you know, scared of it. Also, like, what happens when kids flip it on its back? I reckon it'd have like an arm or something to flip it back over. And what is it? This guy Peter says, how does it handle traffic light controlled pedestrian crossings? I reckon it could sense sort of stuff like that. If it had a camera that just looked up towards the thing to see whether it was green or red, or it used GPS or motion, I don't know. But they probably got this all sussed out. You know, they have the self-driving cars, so just a self-driving walking robot would probably be easier to maintain because it's going to be going so much slower. Yeah, this next story is kind of funny. It's a sex festival that had to shut down because too many people wanted to try the virtual reality porn. The event was called Adult VR Fest, guys, in Tokyo, and it was so overwhelmed that it had to be called off. They thought it was going to turn into riots and stuff. But yeah, I think they just didn't expect so much demand. And they say like, I don't know what they was expecting, but like, you're going to Adult VR Fest, you're going for Adult VR, aren't you? So like they oversubscribed. They should have been like, this is how many people that can have Adult VR, and maybe do like, I don't know, 66%, and then add an extra 33% so they can have some queues. But I don't know, someone's a bit stupid, yeah. But they say next year they're going to get a bigger venue, which is probably going to be a good idea for them. Anyway, if you like this show, leave a like, and you know, it shows me that you left a like. Also, if you're new here, subscribe, and then you see when my videos are posted in the future. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.